Hey VC, it's Greeno. Time for another episode of the Metal and Hard Rock. I think we're up to R's. This might take 2, maybe 3 videos. We'll get many R's in the collection, so kind of get started. Right now I'm listening to Messiah Force, The Last Day. It's a Canadian band, female singer. I think this was released in 87, 88. And unfortunately a bootleg. But the stuff's so hard to find. Hopefully come across an original vinyl at some point. Alright, get started. And as usual, starting at the end, the back of the R's working to the front. Running Wild, Shadow Maker. This is new. Just picked this up a couple months ago at the Baltimore Record Show. It's pretty good. This is a 2-record set, gatefold on clear vinyl. I like Running Wild. One of my favorite albums by them is Death or Glory. Great German metal. From '89, and I actually have I think they released a VHS of a live show back then for this tour, and I have a burn of that on DVD. It's pretty killer. Running Wild, Ready for Boarding. It's on Noise, 88. Running Wild, Exiled, or Branded and Exiled. Another copy. And Gates of Purgatory, Running Wild. This is actually on Combat, it's US pressing. And that's all my Running Wild. I'd like to pick up some more of their stuff. Really kind of dig those guys. Now for some Runaways. Flaming Schoolgirls. The Runaways live in Japan. Gatefold that opens up. Runaways, Waiting for the Night. This is the album with, I guess after Sherry Curry had left the band. And the Runaways. The album with Cherry Bomb, track most people probably have heard at some point. And the first album, Queens of Noise. Very cool band. And of course, if nobody by chance, or anybody out there by chance doesn't know, the Runaways had Lita Ford and Joan Jett, which I'm sure anybody watching this video is probably going to know. Next is a reissue of Ruffians. It's their 1987 album. This was reissued on Hellion. And it came with some bonus tracks. I guess the original was like an EP more than an album. Grab a couple of those, and then here's the original. Rocks Gang. Things you've never done before. It's kind of that glam And this band's always kind of dug them. They're kind of different, but it's the Royal Court of China, geared and primed. Kind of heavy band. And then I think this was their debut, Royal Court of China. Roxanne, it's on Scotty Brothers. It's just that AOR kind of, you know, hair or whatever you want to call it. Next band is a band out of Pennsylvania. They started out as Tease and full-on glam, over the top. And then they changed their the band name to Roughhouse. And I believe this was the only album they released as Roughhouse. And this isn't as glam sounding; it's more just straight ahead. Alright, well, it's one stack. Alright, next up is Rough Cut, second album, Want You. Really big fan of Rough Cut. Like those two albums that they did. And first album, self-titled, Rough Cut. Always dug Paul Sorrento, his vocals. Of course, he went on to do an album with Quiet Riot. Next, Lee John Roth, Electric Sun. Pretty cool stuff. Guitar player from the Scorpions in the 70s. David Lee Roth, A Little Ain't Enough. David Lee Roth, Skyscraper. David Lee Roth, Eat 'Em and Smile. Great cover. It's a good album too. I mean, good guitar stuff on here and bass. But love that cover. Always finding those cheap, and when I find them in really good shape, I end up picking them up. So I got too many of them. And the EP, Crazy from the Heat. And a great Australian rock band, Rose Tattoo. Great, just straight ahead rock, kind of, I don't know, maybe a little bit of that AC/DC kind of feel to it. But just really good band. And Rose Tattoo, I believe this was their first album, 1980. I may be totally wrong on that. And I'll have to grab another stack. Alright, next is the Rods. I love this band. Started out just really great hard rock and kind of got heavier as they went. This is towards the heavier side here, Heavier Than Thou. I've always heard that the guitar player, singer in this band, David Feinstein, is Ronnie James Dio's cousin. I assume that's true. The Rods, Let Them Eat Metal. And there's Feinstein there. Just good, good band. The Rods live. It's on Combat. The last album was also on Combat. The Rod's In the Raw. It's on Shrapnel, 1983. The Rod's Wild Dogs. Great cover. This is 82 on Arista. I think the first two albums come out on Arista, on a major. And then they basically went to the smaller labels, metal labels, after that. And their first album, just love the cover, love the album. Self-titled, The Rods. Also on Arista. Just if you like good hard rock, you know, I mean, it's not even that metal, you know. Just check this out, it's really cool. Alright, next, an all-female metal band from the UK, and this was, I believe, their last album, and I think it was only issued in France, and it's really hard to come across. It's Rock Goddess, Young and Free. And to be honest, not that good of an album, but it is definitely kind of hard to find. I found one I paid a good bit of money for, and found another I paid hardly anything for, so it kind of equals out, I guess. Their second album, Hell Hath No Fury. Great cover. And singer, guitar player, and drummer, they're sisters. Trying to think of their names. Julie Turner was the drummer. Jody Turner was the singer, guitar player. Just a three-piece. Heavier than Girls' School at the time. This album was like 83. This is the US pressing. This same album, Hell Hath No Fury. This was Holland, made in Holland. Very cool band. Worth checking out. And I think this was just the regular UK pressing. Kind of little difference. Back's about the same. And then their first release, just self-titled, Rock Goddess. Different bass player on this album, but still has the sisters. Cool band. Next, kind of I love this band. They're kind of, they got a little country in them, I guess you could say, but it's really not right. But if check them out, they're definitely worth checking out. But there's a bunch of like conspiracy theories behind this band, and Johnny Depp was actually in this band for a real short amount of time and wrote a song or something with them. But that just kind of adds to the history of the band. But they're called Rock City Angels. And I guess saying country in the band isn't right, but there's like some Stones in the band or something. But these guys, the theory behind it was these guys were like one of the big bands in LA at the time that Guns N' Roses was coming up. And you can, this is on Geffen. Their one album was released on Geffen. And the conspiracy theory says Geffen signed this band the same time they signed Guns N' Roses. And they sent these guys to New Orleans, I think, to work on their new album and write songs and blah, blah, blah. and just kind of left them stranded there and put all their focus into Guns N' Roses. So, and this band never got their shot, supposedly. But this is a great album, very much worth checking out. They even did some videos, you can find them on YouTube. But give them a shot, man, that's a killer band. And I guess we'll stop here for this video. This is one of the goofiest covers ever, I love it. Kane Roberts, guitar player with Alice Cooper for a couple albums, couple tours, I guess. Huge bodybuilder. And good guitar player, actually, good metal guitar player. And I'll be honest, I can't remember this album. Might have to listen to this before I put it away. As you can see, he was like huge, and he even had another guy, Steve Steele, that was a bodybuilder also on this album. It's just over the top. But alright, that's it for the first part of the R's. Might try and go and film the second part now and get these posted. Might be able to do the rest of them in one video. Alright, thanks for watching.